What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. So we're gonna be into some numbers, and then we're gonna be getting into some charts, man. So you can see what sectors did well during the last trading session. Nothing did absolutely well. There were a few picks that actually were flat. You got the Exxon, Chevron, the oil, and you got a Cat, Procter Gamble, Tesla rallied a little bit. The banks actually did decent the last trading day, and Apple kind of ran up, kind of held the market up, so to speak. And yeah, man, everything else is pretty much red. So had a nice little sell off Friday. It was a good trading session. But we're looking what sectors could actually do well um, during this coming rate hike. You know, we just had the rate hike, so we're looking at sectors that could possibly do well in this market. Where can we potentially invest? So, growing sectors for this year would be the metaverse. Obviously, we got a market influencer, entertainment, personalized attention, social causes, supply chain, neuromarketing, and e-commerce. So those are some sectors that could possibly do well. As you know, we had the jobs numbers which came out. They added 517,000 jobs in January. So that is not good because the employment rate has decreased. So I mentioned the employment rate ticked down to 3.4%, the lowest since before 1969. So that is not good for inflation. That means they will continue to have to increase the rate hikes. Probably another one is coming up 25 basis points almost for certain. Employment is decreasing. So that's something that they did not want to see. So this is a bad sign for the market long term, should I say, because this rally, it just means the rally that we're seeing is not real at all. It just squeezing out short, trying to stops for the potential final drop on the market. If the employment the jobs numbers came in lower than expected, that would be give the market a reason to actually rally. But this is not good. So got those sectors that we're watching. As you know, I really like the EV sector. That's what I'm really watching because everybody's converting. All the car companies are pretty much trying to convert over, as well as the charging stations. So the charging stations are looking really well to me, and that's what I am watching for this year. So gold was doing pretty decent. They had a huge spike down during the last session, but if you look at this weekly chart, man, we these fib levels kind of show us where we're at, man. So we're at the 50% of this huge downtrend. We have a first break outside. So we know that usually leads to a new low or at least testing the lows. We have the first break of this downtrend. Um, a measure move will push us up to about 4,300 exactly. So as you know, the 4,300 is major resistance up there. We got that was back. Yeah, this was the year before. So this was in October of 22. This is where that resistance was, which created another bounce up. And then we sat here, and this was January. We bounced from here as well, the last spike up before the fall. So this is major resistance up here at 4,300. And we have another resistance. This was in June, July, August. So this is August resistance as well, which created this huge drop here. So we got two-legged correction back up. We're trying to fill this gap up here around 42, 4,200 area, somewhere up here. But there's 4,300 is probably where they're trying to go. We do have a moving average up here as well at 42, 420, should I say. So we do got a long way to go, man, before we see this market just continue to push up. We could continue to just go sideways, honestly. Could stop at 43, come on back down, and just go sideways within this range. Uh, 379 from 43, 4030s area. So, but as you know, we still have the pandemic level where COVID, as you know, COVID began down here 330 area. So we could be potentially still waiting for a push down to there. So I'm gonna look at the SPX. It'll give us. Yep. So we still. This is where the pandemic level is down here, 33, 3350 area. So this is the zones that I have. These are the zones that I have. Potentially the market could be going. Well, this is what I'm waiting for. If the market does drop down to here, this is definitely a buy area. Anywhere down here, this is where you need to be looking to buy, um, or average in, should I say. Um, that's just my strategy, just from my experience, man. What they're doing to this market is just they're just rallying on up, pushing on up for no reason. This is exactly what they did um, in July. Exactly what they did back here, and this was March. They did the same thing. These rallies just are just super strong. Um, we could see some rejection soon, so we can test out Tesla. I'm watching Tesla. As you see, Tesla's getting was getting pounded. They're not at back up at a good level of resistance up here. This could be a nice shorting opportunity up here at 200 level. So the current price is 189. So if we see a reaction off this level, we should get a nice little pullback. We still have some gaps up here to fill. Got a nice gap up here at 262. So this is a possible target for the bulls somewhere up here. And then we got to add this trend line on here. What I'm watching for Tesla. So we got multiple touches off this trend line. Nice series of lower highs. All right. Yep. So got a possible area of resistance right up in this zone at 260. That'll be an area I'm looking at. But potentially this could be a short squeeze. We could be pushing on up aggressively. So Tesla is one that I'm watching next week. I definitely like Apple. Apple has done more than enough. As you can see, Apple actually looks good. We do have a nice trend line up here, series of lower highs for Apple as well. Right. Series of lower highs. So this would be a 618. Somewhere in this area, 160 to 163 zone. This is a possible shorting area. They could be going sideways. Like I said, man, it's nothing is for sure. But all these stocks, they're pretty much at the same level. I do really like AMD. I will be watching AMD this week as well. If they break this level and the market continues to push at a 85, I'm definitely looking for a target right up here. I'm gonna show you exactly. I really like AMD because they have been done nothing but rally. Strong pushes up. I had a great trade off of them as well, and I'm gonna pull a fib on them so we can see uh, where AMD could possibly be going in this week. All right, so we got a fib level. Yep, right up here. So this would be the 50 up here, 95, and the 618 would be 108 for the 50 and 122 area. So up here. So we still have a lot of resistance, man, in this market. So I can't say we're in a bull market yet, man. I just don't see it. We have to have a capitulation effect somewhat. So we broke this trend line off AMD, and we have a nice downtrend coming. So I'm looking for a break of, if they can hold 85, I'm looking for a nice push up to the first level will be 90. So 90 would probably be my first target, but my next target would definitely be around 94, 95 area. But we do have potential resistance at 90 as well. So I will be watching AMD for potential trade. All right. So 90 is the first target. Then I got 94, 95 area. So AMD is one that I'm watching. I will be watching this one. Tesla as well. And I definitely will be watching Microsoft. So Microsoft is definitely probably one of my favorite stocks. As you can see, we got, I'm going to pull a fib on. So a fib retracement move from the highs to these lows will probably be, yep, so we're at the 38 right now at this particular moment. If we break the 38, I'm looking for a target up to 280 to 281. So that's what I'm watching for Microsoft. If we get continuation above 258, 259, this is, yep, so we could push back up to 265. But if we get a break at 265, that's my target. That's my next target for Microsoft. So I'll be watching these stocks, man. I will be trading all week this week. These are some great setups that you can look into as well. And the reason why I like comparing investing to trading, investing is something that's long term. So this is trading. I prefer trading because you get profits daily, weekly, monthly, however you trade. But investing is something that you're averaging in. You're constantly buying stock, or like the things that you use, like Procter Gamble, which is they make the soaps and things of that nature. Johnson Johnson, baby wipes, things that we use on our daily. You should be investing in. It doesn't make no sense to not invest in these things. Um, the water companies. Anything that you use on a daily. Apple, all these things that you use that obviously have people have confidence in. You should be investing in, man. So just some things to look into during this time period. These are opportunities, man, that we can have in this market. Great opportunities that we don't even realize. So do your own research, man. If you want to get with the trading group, hit up the Discord, hit like and subscribe, man, so we can keep the content pumping, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Out.